One of the toughest things for salespeople to do is to sell something they dislike. Maybe the product isn't flawed. It could just be that the salesperson just doesn't like that product for whatever reason. Most people are not comfortable faking something, but there's an easy workaround for this, and this is what I'm going to help you with. This is Kurt Sasek, president of Wine Taster's Choice, and today let's talk about selling what it is we dislike. Remember, this video, along with all my other selling videos, are largely geared towards wine, but it can apply to any selling situation because the basic principles are the same. Anytime I go into a situation where I'm selling, I always put my game face on. In particular, if I'm selling something that I dislike. What do I mean by that? Well, think about how athletes or performers will psych themselves up before a big game, match, or performance. You know, you don't want to just stroll in there. You want to mentally get prepared and psych yourself up, because in a way you are going on stage. This is the same thing I used to do when I was a bartender or when I was a server, or if I was doing cooking shows, or there were also many times I did cooking shows on live TV. And even though when I was a chef, I knew the product cold and I didn't need to rehearse it, I still got myself mentally psyched. I still went through it in my head so I could, so I didn't want to go into there with some mentality that I would have as if I was sitting on the sofa. Okay, you need to be ready, you need to be on, and you need to mentally psych yourself. For example, I don't like buttery and oaky Chardonnays. So for me to sell buttery and oaky Chardonnay, that's a bigger challenge than for me to sell, say, Pinot Noir. Remember, customers can pick up if you have any reluctance or if you don't believe in something. Okay, so this is where it's even more important to make sure you're convincing them. Think of a pastor in a church. You think the followers are going to continue to follow that pastor if they're not completely convinced that pastor has convictions in their words? But this is what separates great salespeople from mediocre salespeople. A great salespeople can put on the game face and they can sell. One comment I've heard from people is that they feel like they're lying to customers if they're representing something they dislike. Well, you're not lying unless you're completely misrepresenting the product or, flat out lying about it. And let's be blunt, your job is to sell, right? Here's what I do. I focus on the positive points about the wine, and I put my personal tastes and biases about that product aside. Maybe the wine has a lot of awards. You can talk on that. Maybe the wine is appealing to a wide audience, or it works very good with or without food. That's another point you can talk at. Maybe the wine is a great bargain. See, there's another thing you can talk at. See, all of these points I just mentioned are things that have completely nothing to do with whether or not you like the product. Also, be careful of something. Don't self-defeat yourself, because if you dislike something and you're focusing on that, you've already defeated yourself. You got to get past that. Again, focus on the objective points, the things that are irrefutable and have nothing to do with personal taste. And remember, anybody can sell something they love. That's easy. But this is what separates the real salespeople from the mediocre or average one. They can sell. They can put on their game face and they can do the job. As a quick recap, remember, customers can pick up on any reservations or reluctance you have about the product, so be careful. 2, you want to put your game face on. Get mentally ready before you go out there and sell, because you are essentially on a stage, so to speak. 3, remember, you're not lying about a product you dislike if you're focusing on the objective qualities about that wine. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe. Also, it would really help us if you like and comment on any of the videos you watch, because that'll help us build our following, and we're only here to educate. I thank you, and all the best.